What's going on, guys? It's me, Dreamliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have the NG Models January 2023 releases for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for today's video, and I'm eager to see on what NG has in store for us for next year, 2023. And yeah, quite surprised they would announce them a bit early. So they just announced them yesterday, which is on the 28th, and they also released them the night on the 28th. But I'm here on December 29th. I just woke up, so I'm eager to see on how these releases look like. So before that, let me get my phone and check out all of my predictions that I decided to hint out. Alright, so now that I have my phone with me, here are my predictions. So one of the models I predicted is the Air France A320, another one of those. Along with that, we have some what are those? Alliance liveries, yes. From China, Eastern, if I were to guess, then we have another A350. Now I'm eager to see if a 737 MAX comes into this release set. Cause NG just released their 737 MAX. Here's a teaser of it, if I can try it. There we go. So that's their Max 8 and Max 9 molds that are coming out soon. So very excited for that. Along with that, we should have some 787s and Lufthansa 787, Scoot 787. Along with that, with some Comax and all that stuff. I'm hoping the desert livery comes out too, and hopefully, if I can try to guess, maybe an Alaska or another Southwest, if I were to guess. But I know Lufthansa and a Scoot are going to be in this release set. Now, I did see one release set I was looking last night, and I saw oh, I think I kind of spoiled an image already, so quite unfortunate, but I'm not sure if that's going to be in this release set, if that model's going to be in that release set or not, but you gotta find out. So as we look here, here's all of the December 2022 releases. They all said coming soon, so I'm eager to see on how they're gonna look like. So once again, coming soon. All of them are coming soon. None of them said sold out as of late. So yeah, so I think they might get released. They may be releasing it by January, but because NG is gonna be celebrating the Lunar New Year, they decided to release them early. So yeah, I think that's what's gonna be happening there. Because I think they're gonna be delayed. But other than that, I'm eager to see on how NG deals with their January 2023 releases. And yeah, so let's see what they have in stock for next year. So let me scroll down to where it says January 2023. And there we go. So NG January 2023 releases. So I'm eager to see what NG Models has in store for next year. And yeah, so without further ado, let's begin NG's January 2023 releases. Alright, so here we go. Let's start off with our first model right here. And I'm not sure if it's the one I think it is. Here we go. Let's see what our first aircraft is. And yes, I did see this image last night, but it's a WestJet Boeing 737-600 with a new logo, or the updated logo. So kind of what that means is that there's now a maple leaf after the WestJet title. So beforehand, I think NG made this before. They had the square WestJet. They had the square WestJet logo, but now they decided to change that again, because that model already sold out. That's a popular release. So here it is with the revamped titles with the Canadian leaf. And yeah, so the registration on that aircraft is Charlie Golf Whiskey Sierra Juliet. So really nice for the Canadian collectors to get this again. I may try to pick that up depending if I want to get this or not, because I don't think I've never seen a WestJet 737-600 before. So very interesting right there. Next up on our list we should have is a Xiamen Air Boeing 737-800 in the Sky Team livery. So NG doing a lot of Alliance liveries as of late. They kind of did some Star Alliance I oh yeah, the Fitter One World, and now we have some Sky Teams. So here's the Sky Team livery for Xiamen Air. Looking pretty nice. And yeah, so registration in that aircraft is Bravo 5302. So really interesting for the Chinese collectors to have this model. Alright, next up, let's see what our next 737 is, and I'm hoping it's an interesting one. Oh, also I do want to let you know that NG decided to go for a smaller set because of the Lunar New Year. So, yeah. Which is kind of good for NG, because like, I think smaller sets can have less quality control issues if I were to guess. But yeah, so nice for them to release a smaller set for next month. Alright, so next up we should have is... let's see what's next in our... Oh my goodness! Yes, sir! Yes! Oh my goodness! Woo! You have got to be kidding You have got to be kidding me right now! Oh my goodness! Yes! Right here! Right here, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 in the Desert Gold retro livery with their Herb titles. This is NG Model's newest mold, the Boeing 737 MAX 8, and she is making its appearance next year for January 2023. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? Wow! Really nice for NG to start off with Southwest in the desert livery for this month. Wow. My goodness. Just wow. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna be picking that up because like no, not NG, but Gemini Jets has this in their future release set, and you know what? I guess I'm not gonna be getting the Gemini Jets version. I'm gonna be getting the NG1's version instead, because I know NG is gonna do good under 737 MAX mold. I'm so glad NG finally released a MAX. That way I could like replace a lot of my Maxes, because I have a lot of Maxes from Gemini Jets. But yeah, really excited for this one. And yes, I did see this particular aircraft, November 871. Hotel Kilo, and it was on a golden hour day, and there were scattered clouds in the background. She was landing at Sacramento. She came from Santa Barbara, and I gotta tell you, that photo, man, that photo, wow. What a shot I did on this aircraft right there. The Herb aircraft, the MAX 8, wow. Really proud of that shot right there. I really love it. I did add this to JP and it got accepted, so one of my best catches for 2022. The Southwest MAX 8 landing at Sacramento retro livery, desert retro livery. So really nice for NG to knock that off. Man, I'm excited for that. I'm just excited for that. So once again, registration in this aircraft is November 871 Hotel Kilo. And man, I'm just excited. I'm gonna be picking this up. I know it's gonna get delayed because like there's gotta be like some fixings with the mold samples for the MAX 8. But other than that, I am super excited for this model right here. I'm super excited for this model. So, gonna be picking that up. And yeah. Alright, next up on our list we should have, let's see. Ooh, how about this? Alaska Boeing 737-900ER in the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. We've been wanting to have the Honoring Those Who Serve aircraft on the 900ER for a very long time, and NG Models finally did it. Wow. Really nice right there. And look at that livery right there. It looks very fantastic. And Alaska did a very excellent job on this livery. And I did see this aircraft 2 times. One of them is in San Francisco International Airport, and the other one's in Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. And those were taken back in 2021. However, all those photos are not as great as compared to how I take photos right now. So hopefully I could try to like get this aircraft again with a much more better plane spotting skill, if I were to guess, with good lighting. So hopefully I could try to get this livery again, but in good lighting but I'm gonna be picking this up as well. I've been wanting to have like this aircraft for like a long time, and yeah, NG did it, so I'm really excited for that. And the registration of this aircraft is November 265 Alpha Kilo. Those two, the max and the 900 yard, those are predictions I got correct, so really nice. Alright, so now we move on downwards, and we should have our Boeing 777, so let's see what our 777 is. And I'm doubting it can be an Indonesian one, and yep, it is. The Boeing 777 300ER by Garuda Indonesia in the wear mask livery. So this is the face mask livery that Garuda Indonesia had painted in this Boeing 777 during the around the stages of the pandemic back in 2020. So there's that right there. Now, I'm not sure how I can try to pronounce. I'm not sure if I'm gonna butcher this saying because I know it's in Indonesian. So yeah, really interesting right there for NG to do. And I know pretty much like here the pandemic doesn't even exist anymore, but still people still wear masks. But yeah, but I'm not gonna be talking too much about the pandemic because you know. But the registration of this aircraft is Papa Kilo Golf India Juliet. So, interesting choice by NG right there. And yeah, so next up we should move on to our Boeing 787s now. And let's start off here with our Lufthansa Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. And this aircraft is named after Frankfurt am Main. I think that's what it is. Now this is the re-release of this aircraft because like they did one back in June of 2022 this year, which is registered Delta Alpha Bravo Papa Alpha. Now they're doing Delta Alpha Bravo Papa Delta this time. So really nice for NG to kick off a re-release of this model because like I'm not sure if that model has the first iteration of this model is already sold out, but really nice for NG to like do another one of this because that model is very popular, I gotta say. So really nice right there. And of course I do have one in my collection that's Delta Alpha Bravo Papa Alpha, the exact aircraft I saw at Painfields, but I guess I'm not gonna be getting this because I already have it. But for those who missed out on the June 2022 releases when this aircraft first came out, then this is the perfect time to pick this up as well. So that's that. Alright, so next Dreamliner we should have is a Scoot 787-9 in the regular livery. So I think everybody has been requesting a Scoot regular livery from NG for quite a long time, and there she is right there. So looking pretty nice right there. So of course you got your flyscoot.com over there and the Scoot on the tail. And yeah, this is a Singapore airline, just like Singapore Airlines. So pretty much Scoot and Singapore are 787 operators. So, looking pretty nice right there. So the registration for that aircraft is Niner Victor Oscar Juliet India. So looking pretty nice right there. Alright, so next up we should have is an Air France Airbus A320 in the revised model livery. And does this aircraft have sharklets? It does have sharklets. So how about that? Another aircraft I got correct, but I'm not sure if it's the exact registration that I got. Well, close, because like I predicted a different registration, but this is a different registration, but it has that same thing, the sharklets and the revised titles. So the registration of that aircraft is Foxtrot Hotel Echo Papa Foxtrot. So really nice right there. Alright, next up we move on to our Airbus A321s. And let's see what our A321s are. Now I know they're gonna be all Chinese liveries, so yeah, Chinese airlines, so nothing to worry about. But let's see what we have first, and we have an Air China Airbus A321. Now I think, yeah, this is a re-release of this model, so I'm quite surprised they would do another re-release. Now I'm not sure if they did one on the previous release. They did one with IAE V2500 engines, but this one has CFM56 engines right here. So I'm not sure if the last time they did this, they did one with the IAE engines, if I were to guess. But yeah, so there's one with CFM56 engines. So the registration of that aircraft is Bravo 1638. Or hang on, did I say that correctly? Bravo 1638. I think I did say that correctly. So we have that. Next up, we should have another Airbus A321 from a Chinese operator. And what is that model going to be? And that is another. Oh, actually, we do have an Air China Airbus A350-900. So how about that? So here it is right there. Air China A350. Looking pretty nice. And yeah, just a regular Air China A350. Nothing to worry about. I'm not. Oh yeah, Air China does fly to San Francisco, but I'm not sure when are they going to be returning because it's been a while since they last won the SFO. But I'm not sure if they're going to be utilizing the A350 or the 747-8. But we'll just have to wait and see. But here's that Air China A350-900. And the registration of that aircraft is Bravo 307 Charlie. So, really nice right there. Next up, we should move on. I think we're gonna be moving on to like the COMAC aircraft. So let's see what our first COMAC aircraft is. And we should have our first COMAC aircraft. This is the Air J21-700 in the house livery. And let's see, there it is. Well, yeah, it's kind of like somewhat in the house livery. I'm not sure because this used to be painted as this aircraft sports the livery of Chengdu Air, so technically it's not a house livery, it's like a test livery or something, or like a test aircraft for like a I know there's a Air J21-700F that's coming soon, so I think this is what they're referring to. So this is the aircraft that's gonna be like converted into a freighter, so I'm eager to see on how that performs in the Chinese market. But the registration in this aircraft is Bravo 3329er. So really interesting right there. And we should finish it off with our COMAC C919. And let's see what that aircraft is. And of course that is a COMAC C919, and I think it's, oh, did this aircraft already? Bravo 001 Juliet, because like they did this aircraft already. Yeah, I think they did this aircraft already, but I think this is in their previous livery before they like had the all like green tail and a blue back. And yeah, so there's the COMAC C919, looking pretty nice right there. And the registration of that aircraft is Bravo 001 Juliet. I gotta say, like, NG likes releasing these COMAC C919s, probably because it's a new aircraft to the Chinese aviation market. So really interesting right there. And I guess that is it for, actually, do we have another one? Actually, we do. We have a Xiamen, we have like a Chinese, I think that's a Chinese Air Force low vis Xian Y20. Or maybe that's something different, I'm not sure. I still don't know what that logo is. I know it's not from the Chinese Air Force, but yeah, so here's that Y20 right there. Kind of like typical for NG to release this sometimes. But yeah, so the registration of that aircraft is 20144. And I think that should round off the releases. So, yep. And of course we have some future releases, so let's see what the future releases are. Okay, we already went through that already. So that is it for the NG January 2023 releases. So a small set for this month, but we got a very interesting variety. Mainly a lot of Asian stuff, but we have a little bit of like European stuff like this Air France A320. I think many of the French collectors are gonna be excited for this model right here. Other than that, a lot of like China stuff. We have one Indonesia. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention about this Lufthansa 787-9. Really glad that NG is doing a re-release of this one once again. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be picking that up because I already have one in my collection. I bet many of the Singapore collectors are excited for like the Scoot Dreamliner because like they've been wanting to have like a regular Scoot 787 livery for quite a long time, and I guess NG is now knocking it out of the park, so I'm really excited to see how that performs in the model plane market. So really exciting right there. Other than that, we have some Air China stuff. They were missing one livery, and I think it was like another registration that had like that similar registration. Yeah, it's quite different. There was a 1-8 registration, Bravo 1-8 registration that's didn't make it into this release set. So I'm eager when that comes out Because like sometimes NG would like to hint these out, and then all of a sudden they decide to like not release that for some reason. But other than that, really interesting stuff right there from NG models. But what I'm gonna be getting is the Honoring Doors who serve 737-900ER and the Southwest Max 8 Desert Gold Retro livery. Now, in terms of like the Desert livery on how NG is gonna do this, I'm hoping it's gonna turn out a lot better, other than what Gemini just had with that Desert Gold Retro on the 737-700. Yeah, the coloring, that's another story, but I think NG Models is gonna do much better in this model. I think the coloring is gonna look a lot better, and hopefully NG Models knock this model out of the park. Give it their best shot. Give it all they got basically with this model. Check for like all the images on good lighting, and hopefully the colors appear vibrant. And I'm just excited for this model right here. But other than that, the WestJet 737-600, that's questionable if I were to guess, because like I never seen a 737-600 from WestJet before. I have never seen a 737-600 before, so really interesting right there. But I know it is a popular model in the model plane era, like the model plane collecting. So not sure if I'm gonna try to pick this up, but what I'm instantly gonna be picking up is the Alaska and the Southwest. So really interesting stuff right there. So yeah, really small release set, but overall this is a good release set. It's not in the line of perfect, but kind of like around good, I gotta say. So good release set by NG Models, and I'm excited to pick these models up. So yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.